right. Been there and done that with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong, been struggling too long. This song is for you, I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way, get out my way, get out my way, get out my way.
I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please for them trick and squeeze. I'm getting cream, never let them hoes get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head, and when I departed, I go and get it regardless. Draw like I'm an artist, no crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages of foreign bitches menaging, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah. Little nigga, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly nigga on fire. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. When I bought that ass Ferrari, hey, the rest in peace. Hey, the rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about? Gangsta moving silence, nigga, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. It's on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Fuck nigga. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass of mine, y'all thought it was ready? Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double limit, that's my T-Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of cat that mean cat. Big ground like I'm broke. They Lambo, my new bitch, she ride like my ghost. Hey. I'm around my city with my head strapped to my toes. Let's go. These niggas want to need that. Let's go. I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. These niggas try to take my life, then fuck around, get killed. You fuck around, you fuck around, get smoked. Cause these Philly niggas are cold women, don't fuck around, no joke. Hey. All I know is murder. Hey. When they come to me, hey. I got niggas that's rolling, I got niggas throwing beats. Let's go. I done did the DOA, I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get to throwing 30 G's. But now I'm hanging out that drop head, I'm riding down no collar. Hey, let a nigga earn back home, that young nigga be wild. We young niggas, we mobbing, like Batman and with Robin. Miss Two-Door Maybach, when I see on reclining, I'm like, real nigga, what up? Real nigga, what up? If you ain't about that murder game, then pussy nigga, shut up. If you hit me in your ass, I get your pussy ass stuck up. Hey. When you touch down in my hood, no, that's all life ain't good. Alexa, stop. What up, y'all? Good morning. Welcome to the world's best morning show, Atmos in the morning. This is your boy, Atmos Love. Man, we about to turn up today. We about to turn up, y'all. We got some things to talk about. First of all, on this show, I need y'all to understand that we talk about a whole variety of different things, okay? We talk about things that affect your finances, different laws that are about to get passed that you don't know about that will affect you. We talk about some entertainment stuff here and there just so y'all can see I cannot make this shit up. Okay, who do we have in the love zone this morning? Let's see who here. What's going on, Miss Tammy Beckham? Good morning. Riri, good morning. K-Love 92 in the building. Faith Burris in the building. I'm a Queen Newton. Good morning. I'm glad you're here this morning. Bunny Lynn, good morning. West Coast Bells, good morning at 5 o'clock. Jay McBride, T-Bam 1. Let me see. Aisha Smith, good morning. Miss Jennifer, good morning. Mom Life Lovers in the building. A2L_1908 is in the building. Miss Doris McGill, good morning. That's right. It's championship, baby. It's championship week. Yes, it is. Tomorrow night, it's going to be Robert Keller going up against Black Girl Beauty in the championship. $700 on the line. It's going to be so fire. Y'all better be here. Karen A, what's going on? Oh, Karen A cooking breakfast this morning. That's what's up. Sonya Davis, good morning. Mom Life Lovers in the building. What's up? Let me see. Who else?
Tone the Goon is in the building. What's going on, y'all? How is everybody? Okay, y'all. So check this out. Check this out. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of different things, okay? And I promise y'all, today y'all gonna be like, damn, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so first off, let's talk about this the baby thing. Let's talk about this first, okay? Just because it is something that a lot of people are talking about. We're gonna get straight to this here. Let me share this with y'all. Share, boom, boom. Okay, so says here that the drama Twitter won't let Danny Lee forget her alleged colorism despite issues with the baby. It says here, despite having an aversion to the space bar and being beefing co-parents, it doesn't seem like Danny Lee and the baby have much else in common at the moment. After the debacle of their argument going wide on social media, folks on Twitter are reminding Danny Lee of her jabs at the mothers of the Charlotte rappers' children and their complexion, among other points. In the last 24 hours, it's been revealed that Danny Lee was apparently living with the baby in North Carolina in a condo with their infant daughter. Now, even looking cozy in some images that made it to the internet. However, there was some serious arguing going down in another series of the videos that went wide from Instagram Live that seemingly pointed to greater issues between them. It was later discussed by observers that the baby booted Danny Lee out of his home because, according to her, the rapper was upset because she had a Plan B kit sent to his home by way of a series of videos and lengthy statements posted to their Instagram story feeds. Danny Lee confirmed in detail that she was able to have her assistant arrange a way out of the baby's residence and far away from the drama. Also, according to Danny Lee, she didn't leave the home as the baby ordered and apparently did so when her assistant aided her. Now, if Danny Lee thought that social media would be sympathetic to her plight, she soon found out that she would be incorrect. Twitter users have Danny Lee's name trending. And while there are some who show support, the responses under the trending topic were overwhelmingly negative. Some social media accounts also attempted to write some humor from the situation via TikTok and spoof videos, failing miserably. We got those reactions below. So somebody right here said, "Dear racially ambiguous girls obsessed with black men, if a man treats the black woman in his life like shit, just know he will do the same to you. I know your pride and your complexion tries to tell you otherwise, but a bum is a bum is a bum." Damn. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Here was another one. How it started. Oh, wow. Wow. Where it's going. Oh, wow. All right, here we go. Let us not forget Danny tried to bash the baby, the mother of the baby's children, for being a darker complexion. Girl, you thought you ate, huh? Hold up. Super petty. Oh, wow. Internet ain't got no chill. Okay, I can't. It won't show this. Oh, my goodness. Stop having kids, part 1. I'm really a whole joke, to be honest. Wow. So, yeah, Twitter is going in on them. Y'all had kind of put me up on game that she was the one who went after the baby mama about her skin complexion and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, there's a word called karma, right? I think sometimes people forget that does exist. That does exist, right? You can't keep putting out what you put out is what you're going to get back. That's really what it comes down to. What you put out is what you going to get back. Okay? So that's just what that is. Let me see what y'all talking about. Jay McBride says Stevie J pulled a baby too. I see. Who made these dudes? Mom Life Love said, hit the like button, please hit the like button. True Strong Warriors in the building. She said she listening in the bushes. That's all right. Thank you for coming in. Fantasia, what up, Fantasia? How you doing? Riri said, when dealing with the man child named the baby, what do you expect? I had to sip on my crayon grape, y'all, on that one. That's true. That's true. Let me read that again. When dealing with a man child named the baby, what do you expect? Wow. That's, what else can I say to that? Okay, so that's about the amount of time we're going to spend on that, okay? Next thing I need y'all to realize. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. Check this out. This happened yesterday in the court trial of Rittenhouse. Let me bring this up. This is going to make y'all be like, what in the hell just happened? Hold on. Let me pause this. Hold on. Let me pause this. Check this out. Check this out. I cannot make this shit up. Here we go. Look at this.
Yes. And you'd agree with me that you're not allowed to use deadly force to protect property, correct?
Yes.
But yet you have previously indicated that you wished you had your AR-15 to protect someone's property, correct?
I'm going to ask you to go into the library again for a moment, please. Please don't talk about the case.
He's either forgetting court's rulings or attempting to provoke a mistrial in this matter. He knows he can't go into this, and he's asking the questions. I asked the court to strongly admonish him, and the next time it happens, I'll be asking for a mistrial with prejudice. He's an experienced attorney, and he knows better.
Mr. Finger?
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that. And the court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked for reconsideration. You did on the one motion, and in fact, I granted your motion for reconsideration.
That was not a motion.
Excuse me. I did. I granted.
We did not move
That
to
was
reconsider.
their motion.
We have not filed any
me.
motions to reconsider in this case.
That was their motion for reconsideration, which I denied. But I said I denied it, or I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that that made it okay for you without any advance notice to bring this matter before the jury? You are already, I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what you're up to.
May I respond?
Yes.
We filed an other acts motion on this exact issue because in my mind, and I argued this, it is identical to what was going on the night of August 25th, in the sense that the defendant was using this exact same weapon. He was using it in a manner to try and protect property.
No, he wasn't.
Your Honor, with all due respect.
I'm not going to rehash the motion. That's absolutely untrue. No. Your arguments of record, my comments are of record, and why I ruled as I did is of record. There's nothing that I heard in this trial to suggest anything's changed, even if you're correct in your assumption that you know more than I did at the time. You should have come to the court and say, I want to go into this. Why you would think that you could go into it without any advance notice to the court, I don't understand that. And as the defense is pointing out, you're an experienced trial lawyer, and this should not have been gone into.
Your Honor, there have been things in this case, testimony in this case, that I believe opens the door to this. For example, the defense has introduced evidence that the defendant pointed a gun at a man wearing yellow pants because that person was on a car on the car source lot. Now, there's no justification that I can think of why the defendant would point that gun at someone. The defendant has just testified this morning that he agreed with that person in the yellow pants that he pointed the gun at him. He said, I was joking when I said that to the guy in the yellow pants, but he said, he's acknowledged that he told the person in the yellow pants, yeah, you're right. I did point a gun at you when you were sitting on a car.
He said, I did. That's what he
Exactly.
testified.
So he's agreeing. May I finish, please? I'd like to have a chance to make a record if I could, without being interrupted, if that's okay. He has mentioned that he's acknowledged that he's used this gun to protect property. He's also just acknowledged that he knows he can't do that. I am attempting to impeach him now with the prior August 10th incident, 15 days prior, involving the same gun, where he is threatening to use that gun to protect property. It goes...
He had the gun with him.
Your Honor, he is saying he wished he did so he could shoot people.
You know, there's a lot of difference between commenting about something when you haven't got a gun and threatening someone when you do.
You know, it's interesting, Your Honor, because the entire defense theory in this case is Joseph Rosenbaum, who was unarmed.
I want you to tell me what the defense theory of the case is. I want,
May I respond to what you just said, Your Honor? I'd like to respond to what you just said. I apologize, Madam Court Reporter, but I'd like to try and make a record without anyone interrupting me, if that's okay. I believe that there is a central part of this case that Mr. Rosenbaum is making threats that he has no ability to carry out. So to your point, Your Honor, you're arguing that this August 10th incident, one aspect of why you don't believe it's relevant is the defendant didn't have the gun with him. This case is about someone who didn't have a weapon, and yet the jury is being told because of those threats, that means the defendant has to defend himself. So with all due respect, Your Honor, mere verbal threats have already been shown to this jury and used as a basis for someone's subsequent actions. I am attempting with the defendant to use his mere verbal threat on August 10th, 15 days prior, that he's going to shoot shoplifters with his AR-15 to impeach the defendant in a murder trial. I would ask the court's forbearance to do that. I apologize, Your Honor. You're right. I probably should have brought this to your attention earlier. I may have misunderstood your ruling because I thought your ruling was if the evidence in this case made that more relevant, you would admit it or at least consider it its an admittance. I believe, based on the evidence that we've heard, and more specifically exactly what the defendant said earlier about admitting pointing a gun at someone who was merely jumping or sitting on a car, that the door is open now to this testimony. And I continue to believe that his state of mind, his intent, his belief as to self-defense is the core of this case. That was the basis for my motion. You were strongly inclined against it. I understand that. But now we're in the middle of trial, and there's been a lot of evidence that's come in that I think makes this relevant. So I'm attempting to impeach the defendant on his beliefs. I believe I'm entitled to impeach the defendant on his beliefs and on his statements.
I'm going to interrupt you now because you're talking about his beliefs. I think that's what they call
his statements to Your Honor. Because he just said, can't use deadly force, can't threaten to use deadly force to protect property. So now I'm impeaching him on that.
Your Honor, the court has seen no reason to change its ruling. And just so this record is clear, in spite of the lengthy statement by Mr. Binger, before we started today, the court specifically stated in Mr. Binger's presence, there's been nothing to have me change any of my rulings. There have been numerous occasions during this trial where they've opened the door. The one time when they're going into Mr. Rosenbaum's prior reason he doesn't like guns. And I said something, I whispered in Mr. Krause's ear, it's because of the prior convictions. Please stop. And he did. He knows if you're going to go into something that's been excluded in a pretrial order, you better get permission. This is ridiculous.
You know,
it wasn't excluded, Your Honor.
You know why it was excluded in the first place? Because it was propensity evidence. That is exactly what 90404 is designed to prevent. You're talking about his attitudes, His attitude is he wants to shoot people. Now, I've admitted that kind of evidence in other trials when it's been appropriate. I didn't admit it in this case because, to me, what I've heard in this trial, and by the way, Mr. Richards absolutely correctly points out that just hours ago, I said I had heard nothing in this trial to change any of my rulings. So why?
Testimony, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
That was before the
Don't
defense testimony.
get brazen with me. You knew very well. You know very well that an attorney can't go into these types of areas when the judge has already ruled without asking outside the presence of the jury to do so. So don't give me that. That's number one. Number two, this is propensity evidence. I said at the time that I made my ruling, and I'll repeat again now for you, I see no similarity between talking about wishing you had your AR gun, which you don't have, so that you could fire rounds at these thought to be shoplifters, and the incidents in these cases, which are not, there's nothing in your case that suggests the defendant was lying in wait to shoot at somebody or reflecting upon the shooting for a vast amount of time. Every one of the incidents involves matters that involve seconds in time. So I commented at the time, I don't see the similarity, and I don't see the similarity now. If it's not similar, that's the whole rule. Those are all the exceptions to 90404. Check the authorities, Wigmore and evidence, Judge Weinstein, Colonel McCormick. It's the prior act has to bear the signature of the accused, or it has to be so similar as to suggest it's a common plan or something like that. You have an incident where he's making comments about.
Man. So they are currently deliberating on this case right now. I don't mean no harm, but based on what I've seen, now some of us are going to disagree on this, and that's America. You're allowed to do that. I think he got a strong case for self-defense, y'all. I think he got a real strong case for self-defense. I really do. I do. I don't know. I don't know if he'll win it. I don't know if the deaths are going to outweigh him trying to defend himself against three people, somebody trying to stomp on his head, and somebody, he point the gun and somebody rushing towards him as he has. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This is definitely a crazy, crazy case. Crazy case. Okay? All right, y'all. Now, this is a question that I have for the ladies. Okay? This right here is a story that I want to ask y'all for y'all opinions on. Okay? Here we go. I cannot make this shit up. Check this out. This story says, my husband is 71 years old, and I am 68 years old. After he met a 36-year-old woman, he insisted on divorcing me. It says, I'm a 68-year-old woman and my husband is 3 years older than me. I never thought that when I reached this age that I would still face divorce. This is because the husband met a 36-year-old divorced woman who was also interested in my husband. I think she's interested in that money. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. In this situation, even if I scold my husband, there was just, they just want to stay together. During the period, I even asked my son to persuade my husband, but my husband did not listen to his son's preaching at all. Later, I had no choice but to say to my husband, if you insist on getting a divorce, then you can leave the house alone. My husband readily agreed. As long as you're willing to go through the divorce procedures with me, I will not take the house and deposits with me. Because my husband has monthly retirement salary of more than $6,000, he has the confidence to clean up. And leave the house. Now, my husband has said it all. I can only face the reality of divorce. Now, when I reach this age, my reluctance towards marriage comes mainly from 2 points. Number one, at this age, I still have to face divorce and I feel very embarrassed to talk about it. Number two, after all, I have lived with my husband for 30 to 40 years and I have become accustomed to his existence. Therefore, I can accept widowhood, but for divorce, it is really difficult to accept. My son has nothing to do with my husband, so he can only comfort me. He and his daughter-in-law will move over to live with me when that happens. This incident hit me so hard, I now sigh all day long. Sometimes I feel that I am getting older and my health is very important. However, I just can't figure it out. Is there any good way to make me happier? Now, this is the view of the person wrote the letter to. This person says, let me talk about a phenomenon first. If people were widowed not long after they got married or when they were in their 40s or 50s, then people would consider restructuring their marriage after suffering for a while. Once a new family is formed, people will feel less sad about their ex with the nourishment of the new married life. However, if people are widowed in their 60s, they will assume a default attitude towards the death of their lover. Under the care of their children, people ensure that they have no worries about food and clothing. But there is still a difference between a care given to them by their children and the companionship between them by their lovers. This makes these widowed people age very quickly because they miss their lover and do not have the nourishment of love. In the current situation, she is 68 years old. Although she can comfort herself, with facing the divorce, thinking that, her wife is dead. Hold on. She can comfort herself with facing the divorce, thinking that, I guess she wants to say her husband is dead. However, with her husband, when her husband gets married again, it will inevitably be heated, discussed by neighbors around him. She was not reconciled to this relationship, which made her feel depressed for a long time. Many things, as long as she can't let go, then she will sigh in her life. Only when she opens up will her mentality relax. Only when the mind is relaxed can life not have so many black elements. If she is still healthy, then I don't think that it's a good chance for her to live with her children. She needs to know that there will be some discrepancies in eating habits and work schedules with her children. After living with them, she will make her life more comfortable to take care of her children's feelings. To be cautious is to some extent aggrieved at the time. It will make her bad mood worse. The depression in her heart must be held back at this time. She can find her good sister or reliable neighbor or relative to chat about this matter. And when she unscrumptiously took out some of the pain and aired it a lot more times, she would find that her heartache eventually became nothing more than a story she often talked about. Old age can also be colorful. When she was willing to release her energy and change her lifestyle to life, she will find that the life is no longer surrounding the kitchen, living room, and TV all day has a special flavor. Some things have already happened. She needs to face them calmly and try to get herself, let herself be relieved. The relief from others can only play a temporary role. To get out of the pain, she still needs to look down on these bad things. Only in this way can she truly free herself from the pain. Man, some of these stories, y'all, be so sad. They be so sad. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. All right, let's see here. Oh, Lord, Atmos go. Here Atmos go with these crazy entanglements. Ooh, Aisha said he an old wrinkled fart. Oh, okay. Lady D said she needs to get her a good lawyer and get half. Oh, after 30, 40 years, I think she would be entitled to half, right? Aisha Smith said, I wouldn't sign the divorce papers after all those years. I would file separate. Lady D facts. Aisha old fart is right. Very sad. West Coast Bell said, the new woman wouldn't be entitled to anything, so she better be there for love. A wife of 30 years has a lot of power. Yes, she does. My answer is no, whatever it is. Riri said, woman, you better live your best life in your 60s and get half. Okay. I would divorce him and take half of his retirement. Ooh, the house, ooh, and everything else I can. I don't think her husband's new girlfriend will stick around if he only has half of what he's got now. I know that's right. Fantasia said she better call Medea so she can split everything for them. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up, Rockin' with the Truth? Hold on. One of my grandmothers was married in her 70s, and they had a ball for almost 20 years. One of my grandmothers was married in her 70s, and they had a ball for almost 20 years. Okay. Doris McGill said, it's not too late to do post-nuptial agreement before filing a divorce, violating the contract of marriage. Just saying. Indeed. She has to love herself. She'll figure it out then. Petty divorce time, fight for everything. I know that's right. Y'all saying, get it all. Get half of that man money. Get half of it. I know that's right. All right. After all them years, though, she deserved half. She really do. Okay, y'all. Y'all not going to like this. Y'all not going to like this. Y'all not going to like this. But I got some more. For those of y'all out there who simply do not want to get this COVID shot because you say, well, my company don't got over 100 people, so I'm excluded. I got some bad news for you. I got some bad news. The bad news is this. Joe Biden is considering small business vaccine mandate. He is considering a small business vaccine mandate. It says President Biden is considering introducing an additional vaccine mandate for small businesses similar to the one currently being implemented for big businesses. A Fox Business report, the proposed mandate will cover businesses operating with fewer than 100 employees. With the Occupational Safety and Health Administration OSHA mandate for big businesses coming into effect on the 4th of January 2020, it will force businesses with over 100 employees to mandate vaccines, or the employees must wear masks and get tested weekly for COVID-19. The new vaccine mandate for small businesses could have implications for companies lacking the administrative capacity to implement the mandate's requirements quickly and correctively. The reason why the 100 employee threshold was originally decided upon for the first mandate was because it was only these larger businesses that OSHA were confident could administer the mandate properly. OSHA spokesperson also admitted that a big part of the original 100 employee threshold was because they did not have enough time to assess the impact on smaller businesses. Now, the first mandate for bigger businesses is going ahead. They will undergo a thorough assessment of the impact and similar mandate, which will have on smaller business, avoiding undue disruption to small business. A summary was recently released by OSHA, which explained their decision to now consider a mandate for small businesses. The summary explained OSHA is confident that employers with 100 or more employees have the administrative capacity to implement the standards requirements promptly, but is less confident that smaller employees can do so without undue disruption. OSHA needs additional time to assess the capacity of smaller employers and is seeking a comment to help the agency make the determination. A Department of Labor spokesperson also confirmed that they were considering extending the vaccine or mask and testing mandate to businesses with fewer than 100 employees. Paid leave for worker vaccinations. The OSHA mandate being implemented for businesses with 100 or more employees requires their employers to provide paid time for their workers while they get vaccinated. It also requires that all unvaccinated workers wear a face mask in the workplace. It is estimated that the mandate will cover around 84 million employees. In addition to the OSHA mandate, the Biden administration is introducing a requirement for healthcare workers at facilities participating in Medicare and Medicaid to be fully vaccinated. This mandate is being organized by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services at the Department of Health and Human Services. It affects approximately 17 million more workers at around 76,000 healthcare facilities, which includes hospitals and long-term care homes. Oh, let me see what y'all got to say about that. Let me see. I just don't see why people can't leave with what you came with. Let me see. Fantasia, I did a little more. I was going to pay for my services. All I'm going to say is know your rights. Aisha Smith said, Grace, okay. Y'all talking about Christmas trees. Joe has gone over 500 employers. Now 100. Next will be the unemployed. We'll go on and say every man, woman, and child, Joe. Fantasia said, I wear my mask. Grace, oh crap. Now what? Riri, exactly. Yes, forcing the shit out of people. Yeah. I don't expect too much feedback on this. I know a lot of people out there who don't work in businesses that didn't have to go through that. It's probably about to start trickling down to these smaller businesses, these mom and pop shops and things like that. I don't know, but I just put the news out here and y'all do what y'all want to do with it. Now, I think something that's pretty cool that Atlanta is doing, and maybe they need to start implementing this in different areas also. Let me share this with y'all. It says Atlanta approves pilot program that offers cash payment financially strapped families.
Medicaid and Peach Care for Kids members. Did you know? There are many free benefits only Amerigroup Community Care members can.
Well, would an extra $500 make a difference in your budget? If you live in Atlanta, residents may qualify for direct cash payments with no strings attached. We're not kidding here. Fox News' Morris Diggs was first to report on this when it was proposed, and now the plan has passed. Morris joins us now live from Northeast Atlanta with the night's new information. Morris?
Okay, so Atlanta is participating in a program that's a national program. About 50 other cities are doing the same thing. I want to draw your attention to one specific part of my piece. That is when a city attorney warned the council members before they voted for this, that once they write that $2 million taxpayer check, city officials will not be able to set the rules. If you don't bring a whole lot of money home from your paycheck, The mayor of Atlanta and the city council members are about to give away some cash to residents to help with monthly expenses, including those utility costs that never seem to go down. About 300 lucky families can receive $500 a month for up to a year. $6,000, no strings attached.
I'm 81 and I have to watch my budget, and I appreciate the fact that some people are needing some help, but I don't know how they're going to determine that few a number and give them that much money for a whole year when there are a lot of people that are hurting.
One veteran council member had the same question to an aide to the mayor.
Who decides the winners and losers? Or controls who gets what and what do we know afterwards process?
The income requirement for the cash potentially brings a lot of people to the donation table. A family of 4 can earn as much as $53,000 and still qualify. But the councilman still needed some more details, and taxpayers, listen closely to the answers.
Are they under contract?
They are not under contract with the city. So we are donating these funds because this is a donation rather than a contract for services. We, as from a legislative standpoint, is not permitted to, let's say, dictate the use of the donated funds.
Perhaps as early as a week or so, online, you'll be able to make an application. So watch the city's website for this. There are 2 different groups that will be administering the program. And the selection, as long as you qualify with that low to moderate income, the selection is supposed to be in a random fashion, kind of like a lottery, I guess.
Oh, gosh.
Reporting live from Northeast Atlanta, I'm Morse Diggs.
Oh, gosh. So, I guess they got extra money. They're just trying to do something with it. Okay, so you know what? I don't see nothing wrong with giving families. Now, that's the thing. How do they pick it? So they're gonna do it like a lottery style. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see. I do like to see things though where people are trying to help people that are in dire straits. Okay, dire straits, I would say. All right, let me see here. Lady D said I could use 6,000. I know that's right. People will be scamming. They're gonna try. What's up, the sweetest peach? How you doing? The sweetest peach. Are you from Georgia? You got peach on your name. Are you from Georgia? Where you from? Lady D said they probably still have to pay taxes on it. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm expecting this. They're gonna push people backs against the wall about getting the vaccine. Yeah, they are. Grace facts, because they can't just do. We have freedom rights. My grandfather fought in World War I and II and was a merchant seaman, and I'm Cuban Native American. I just got my paper. They cannot force that. Okay. On me. What up, Just V? What's going on? How you doing? Let me see here. Oh, New York. Okay, New York. Okay, that's what's up. All right. So that pilot program, I think that's a great idea. Last story. Oh, actually 2 different things, y'all. Okay. So now y'all, we followed the story the other day about the lady who pulled down her pants on stage and urinated on the guy in the crowd. Okay. So it says here that Brass Against singer Sophie Urista apologizes for urinating on a fan. Okay. This was the girl who did that. It was very disgusting. And, some people was like, Atlas, why are you trying to say she was inspired by R. Kelly? It was a joke. Okay. It was a joke. Good grief. Huh. But how can you not think about R. Kelly when you think about somebody peeing on somebody? How can you not think about it? Okay. It was a joke. Good grief. To likely conclude one of the strangest stories of the year, Brass Against singer Sophie Urista has apologized for peeing on the... Hold on. First of all, hold up. I got a question. How the hell can you apologize for peeing on somebody? How can you apologize for peeing on somebody? Isn't it deliberate as hell to call somebody out the audience and say, I got to take a piss and I can't get to the bathroom, so I'm going to do it right here on the stage. You come on up here. Lay down. I'm about to piss on his face, y'all. And then you do it. What the hell are you apologizing for? There ain't no way you can apologize after that. Just say, I was drunk and I did some crazy shit. And for anybody that was offended by what I did, I apologize for that. But it was something I meant to do because it damn sure was premeditated. Okay? Let me clear that up. Though it's not as famous as others alleged. Hold on. Hold the hell on. To all y'all getting on me about talking about R. Kelly, look at this. This says, though it's not as famous as another alleged P-tape, hold up. Yeah, there you go. I'm not the only one, okay? Says, hey, everyone, I want to speak to my performance at Rockville Metal Festival in Daytona. The Brass Against singer said in a tweet, I have always pushed the limits in music and on stage. That night, I pushed the limits too far. I love my family, the band, and the fans more than anything, and I know that there was some hurt or offended by what I did. I apologize to them, and I want them to know that I didn't mean to hurt them. I am not a shock artist. I always want to put the music first. I'm grateful for all of your continued love and support. Okay, there we go. So the lady apologized, I really don't care enough to either accept her apology or not accept her apology. I could care less, really, right? Okay, I don't know. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'll be right back. Need to spend some time in the bush. You about to go cry in the bush? Okay. Premeditated piss. Exactly. It's premeditated piss. Fantasia, I don't blame you. When she saw piss coming, she stayed. Exactly. Yeah. Man, look, Lady D said, then she had security throw him off the stage. Exactly. Exactly. All she had to do was quickly stop the show and use the bathroom. She could have said, bam, play some music. I got to go run to the bathroom right quick. Y'all check out my band. Go use the bathroom. Come back on. That's all she had to do. She peed on an adult, though. That's okay. Good point, K-Love92. He peed on a child. She peed on an adult. That is correct. You're right. I got to give you that. Grace, I play no games. I'm all about peace and love until, you feel me? What's up, Lanice? What's going on? Sorry I'm late. Still recovering from my birthday turn-up. Tore a ligament. How the heck? You tore a ligament on your birthday? Damn, you was going super hard. Hope you okay. She probably got a yeast infection afterward. Okay, gross. Dude chose to walk up on that stage and lay down and get peed on. Listen, y'all, he did, and he was enjoying it. He was enjoying it too. Ew, why, Fantasia? Why? We interrupt this broadcast system. You can't make this shit up. Look, nope, I can't make it up. Me, put your pissy shut your pissy ass up. I'll sue her. Forget the apology. That's some people's thing, though. Yeah, it is. Consensual water sports. Oh, wow. You can't make this shit up. No, you can't make it up, man. The Boondocks. Lenny's so scared of you. You was throwing that thing. She should be banned. I think they did ban her from future shows there, y'all. She had a moment to change her mind, too. She had to wait for P to trickle out. That's just crazy. You got to be like super duper drunk or just don't give a damn for that, okay? Now, last thing, y'all, I'm going to try to end this on a semi-positive note. Let me share this with y'all. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so it says here that amid challenge, Black pastors and churches mobilized to Brunswick, Georgia for Ahmaud Arbery trial. Okay, it says Black pastors, churches, and communities across the United States have been summoned to Brunswick, Georgia by Reverend Al Sharpton and Jamal Bryant and Benjamin Trump after statements in court made by attorney Kevin Go. Go is a defense lawyer and one of the three white men accused of killing the Black jogger. Asked the Georgia judge to limit the number of high-profile Black pastors allowed to attend the proceedings. Three men, William Brody, Brian, Gregory, and Travis McMichael, all of whom are white, are accused of hunting down and killing 25-year-old Black jogger Ahmaud Arbery. The trial began with a 5-minute video of Arbery shooting and death. 11 whites and one Black juror, one Black sit on the jury. Judge Timothy Walmsley said that he thinks exclusion of Black jurors was racially discriminatory, but did nothing to correct it. All jurors must agree on the defendant's guilt or innocence for conviction or acquittal. The three men were charged with 9 felonies, including murder and aggravated assault. Ahmaud, who was fitness conscious and a former high school athlete, dreamed of building houses and frequently stopped in to check on the construction progress on a house in the Satalia Shores subdivision where he was killed. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he had a dream to be in construction. I didn't know that. Prosecutors have presented a shocking story. After leaving the construction site, Arbery jogged by 2 armed white men in trucks and a third operating a video camera. The description in court had the feel of a scene of a movie set. 5 minutes of chasing Arbery back and forth in a residential block between 2 trucks. The chase ends with one defendant, Travis McMichael, stepping from the truck with a shotgun pointed at Arbery. A struggle ensued and Arbery was fatally shot. Police summoned by the killers did nothing to try to save Arbery's life. He was dying on the ground. After 74 days of the Black community protests, the video of the confrontation and shooting surfaced and was published widely in national media. Only then were Bryant and Michaels charged. Gregory Michael is a retired Glenn County Sheriff's Office investigator, the court investigator. So y'all pretty much know this story here. Let me get down here. It says the Black church is uniquely positioned to lift a moral voice, moral vision, and expose some of the fundamental contradictions that exist in American public life, says Reverend Jeffrey Cove of Jacksonville. Also calling on pastors and church leaders to join the trial on November 18th, 11 a.m. at the Brunswick, Georgia courthouse is Reverend Gregory Moss, a former Charlotte, North Carolina pastor and former executive director of Lock Carey Missionary Society. We must stand against this overt racist attempt to prejudice the jury and further deny and diminish our rights as citizens to attend public proceedings. Which y'all, it's so good to see all these pastors and people coming together for this situation. God bless that family. I pray that he does get justice with this case. We're going to continue to keep our foot on their necks and continue to cover this story. All right, y'all. Listen, that's my show for today. I want to thank everybody for coming over here today. I want to remind y'all that tomorrow it's going to be Robert Keller going up against Black Girl Beauty in the finals. It's going to be the last match of the year. It's going to be so lit. I'm talking about lit to the max. The winner is going to get a share of $700 live. It's going to be off the chain, y'all. Make sure y'all are here. I might be back on a little later on because I have a pretty short day today. So I just got to handle run some errands and pay some bills. And I'll be back later. We're going to talk about some of this other stuff going on, some of this YouTube stuff. People been asking me, Atlas, what's your opinion about the situation going on with all these different bloggers? And I'm just going to, I may briefly touch on it. I may not even deal with it because at the end of the day, it's none of my damn business, to be honest with you. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the world's best damn morning show. And please, on your way out, hit and crush that damn like button. Make sure y'all continue to tune in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel so you can get all my notifications on when I go live. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Peace.
Oh, no. I don't need negative energy. Wrap me in positive synergy. I have been doubted through life. Been there and done it with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong. Been struggling too long. This song is for you. I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way.
I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.